they could enjoy serving God. So far we have 7 responses. It's 7:22. At 7:23, I'm going to ask so we could stop the game. So tonight you have 8 minutes to do the test. 8 minutes. We have 7 responses. And then so that way we could see who's going to be the big winner tomorrow. Pas décourager, même si vous pas de pile ou pas penser au grand pile point, mais assoyant, pas oublier au ka fait 10 points comme ça. So, fait effort pour qu'à lire réponse bien, lire question bien pour capable répondre. Nous gagnons 9 réponses. 9 réponses. 9 réponses. Nous gagnons 9 réponses. Et nous gagnons 30 secondes encore. 30 secondes et puis nous allons demander opérateur pour le capable de faire un game. Nous avons 30 secondes. Les 7:23. So the minute it hits 7:24, nous pourrons faire un game. Et nous congratulate tout le monde qui a participé avec nous. Je crois que up until last night, depuis hier soir, nous avons au moins 16 personnes qui ont joué. Mais sauf à moi, ouais, 9 réponses. Je ne peux pas penser que moun give up, ou sinon c'est temps là pour nous comme ça, but il peut le faire mais dans quelques secondes, fait vite, si nous sommes capables de répondre, pour nous capables de participer dans le programme. Et puis demain, nous avons 10 réponses. Demain, nous avons annoncé moun qui gagne 3 prix. Dans l'après-midi, nous fait concert de 2h30 à 4h. Moi, invitez-nous toutes. S'il vous plaît, jour sabbat, ce n'est pas rien à faire. En pile monde qu'on y a, il aurait été là, caillou, but participez avec nous. C'est un concert qui est gratis, ou pas pour payer pour nous, pas pour habiller, pour aller à aucun côté, ou qu'à juste ouvrir YouTube, dans le téléphone, dans l'iPad, ou dans le computer pour capable suivre. So, moi, m'a fermé test dans Konya, nous avons 11 réponses. Nous fermons test dans Konya, nous avons 11 réponses. Merci pour participation. Non? Merci pour participation. Non? Moi, nous avons 11 réponses. Et puis, nous pourrons checker, nous connaissons demain après-midi, moun qui gagne, 3 moun qui gagnent. So, nous avons 11 réponses. Test n'a fermé qu'on est à 7h24. Merci pour participation. Merci pour tout ça nous fait. Pour tout monde qui a participé dans cette semaine. C'était une belle semaine de renouvellement, renewed in spirit in God, so that way we could be better servants of God. So thank you for joining us. À soir, comme on dit, nous avons un séminaire avec la sœur Marie-Carmine Ovensi. She works with youth, and she's going to present our seminar to us tonight. So, Sœur Marie-Carmine, bienvenue, and God be with you. Thank you.
Nous voulons dire avec tout le monde qui a suivi, un grand bonsoir. Good afternoon to all of you, and a happy Sabbath. Non, moi c'est Sœur Marie-Camille Ovensi. Thank you, Sister Martine, for the introduction. Thank you, Sister Martine, pour l'introduction. Non pas moi, c'est Sœur Marie-Camille Ovensi, as Sister Martine already said to you all. I am a registered clinical mental health counselor in the state of Florida. So, moi, c'est m'ka traduit. Non, moi, c'est Sœur Marie-Camille Ovensi. Moi, c'est moi registré dans l'État Floride là, comme un conseiller dans santé mentale. Again, tonight is for the youth. I'm going to do my best to speak a lot more English and less Creole because it's for the youth. But all the parents do welcome. Tout parents yo nous welcome pour nous participer, pour nous suivre parce que nous abjoignent pas nous tout, as nous connaissons que santé mentale li affecte not just the youth, not just the adolescent, but everybody. So it is a pleasure to be here with all of you this afternoon, and together we will discuss one of the most important parts, or I could say aspect of our lives, which is our mental health. En pile fois, many times we ignore or not paying attention to our mental health, but tonight we will take a couple minutes to just think about it, talk about it, and kind of renewed our mind about that topic. Since topic on say renewed, we are to be renewed in every way, shape, or form. So let us all do that together. Before we get into the conversation this afternoon, I do like to thank Sister Martine, Sister Jeannie for inviting me, Pastor Montpremier for calling me today. Thank you so much for that. I do appreciate Pastor Jean-Louis for allowing me to be here live at the church and to kind of give you a better picture, better presentation tonight. Since May 2nd, we have been immersed into this wonderful week retreat titled Renewed, Renouvelé. It is important for us to really think upon that title parce que, as Sister Martin so dit, genye en pile bagay ki rive since 2020 to 2021. And we thank God that we are still here, that we are alive, we are in good health, hopefully, physically and emotionally. Tonight, it is geared towards the youth again, the young generation. Mwen content that mwen wè ke board lan pense avec jeunesse lan, especially nan niveau santé mentale. Before we begin, I'm going to ask all of my youth who are paying attention right now to text one of your friends, I don't know, Facebook one of your friends, posted the program so that you're not the only one, but your friends are participating as well. And together we can learn something, we can renew our mind, renew our mood, and all that. We will have a happy Sabbath together. So thank you, the Haitian Leadership Board, for thinking about the youth tonight. I want to ask this one question before we start. Or I can say to start. Comment nous y? How are you all doing? Tout jeune yo, all the youth, the adolescent, the children, K-voices, m'konnen kap tande, the families, comment nous y? How are you all doing? Mwen gen yon disclaimer pendant pose question sa. I will not be able to see your comments because mwen kite téléphone mwen la kay. But I am hoping that wap ekri en bas live lan comment ou ye aswe. Le mande comment nou ye, mpa mande pou nou bam réponse pou nou dim que oh I'm doing good, I'm doing fine, you know. E pa sa mande. That is not what I'm asking for. When I ask how are you all doing tonight, I want you all to use words that will describe your emotions, that will describe how you really feel. For example, to give you a hint, when I ask how you are doing, I do want you to say, I'm feeling overwhelmed if you are overwhelmed. I'm feeling sad if you are sad. I'm feeling happy if you are in fact happy. Or I'm feeling annoyed. Or I'm feeling confused. I feel confused. Let me know. It is important to understand and to know how you are doing. En pile fois nous poser question ça, but many times nous pas répondre question en vrai. So tonight, ma ba ou occasion, ou même parents, the youth, the adolescent, young adults who are here with us tonight, to really ask yourself, how are you doing, and answer it. Answer that question. Put it on the chat. If it's one word, annoyed, tired, overwhelmed, happy, glad, whatever that may be, please write something, and then I'll see it afterwards. Li important pour nous connaître comment nous y. It is important because if you don't know how you are doing, you will not know when you need the help. You will not know when you need to talk to someone. You will not know when you need to express yourself. You will not know how to better help yourself. You will just find yourself into this maybe this sadness or grumpy or whatever the emotion may be without even understanding what's happening with you, what's going on with you. Why are you depressed? Why are you anxious? Why are you the way you are? Why are you taking your frustrations out of people? You will not know if you don't truly know what's going on, what's happening, how are you doing. So it's important to be honest with yourself and answering these questions. Remember I said to you that I am a registered mental health counselor in the state of Florida. I do have the opportunity to work with, I want to say from children to young adults from age of 4 to 21. So in a weekly basis, weekly I see about 20 to 25 patients. And in addition to that, I see about 3 to 4 new patients côté que moi gain opportunité pour assess them and possibly give them a diagnosis within their second visit and start therapy with them. I have to say amongst between 3 to 5 patients that I assessed in a week, moi gagne at least 3 or 4 out of 5 that mostly I diagnosed them with anxiety and depression since the year 2020. I want to say since March 2020 or end of February 2020 to now. Most of the diagnoses that I give to children, unfortunately, you'll say depression and anxiety, depression and anxiety. Nous capable poser question. A lot of times, toujours tande grand moun yo toujours dit. Ki problème ti moun yo manger, yo boire, yo biye, sa yo genyen, why pou yo gen problème. And we kind of ignore that the children, the young adults, the adolescents are going through a lot. Spiritually speaking, between 2020 to 2021, it is a lot. Si nous parlons de éducation, it is a lot. What are they dealing with at school? Not to mention the social media, the phones that your children are holding is really, really, really another stressors. So, nous capable dire que au ti moun yo pa gen problème, but I know you all the youth that are with me tonight can attest that they are facing many challenges daily. To name a few, and if I am hitting one that you are dealing with right now, please say yes or give me a thumbs up. Because I know from the children that I work with, that I told you that I diagnose most of them, or they come to me with the symptoms and the signs of depressions and anxiety, these children are facing a lot of challenges. To name a few, they are dealing with interpersonal issues. Yo ap deal avec relation entre yon avec l'autre, entre famille yo peut-être, entre amis yo, things are not going well. Some of them are dealing with séparation. I know gen jeune yo ki gen parents yo ki séparé and they are dealing with that. Some of them are dealing with even going to school. Is it safe to go to school? Is it okay? Some of them have to wear masks all day. There are some schools that all the kids are together. They're not even doing the 6 feet anymore. So it is a lot they are dealing with. Not to mention, some of you, I do know, you have to complete all of your work on the computer, even if you're on campus, because you cannot, to eliminate paper trail, touching, and all of that, you have to do everything on the computer. And I do know it's a stressor to be staring at a screen from the morning to the afternoon. It is a lot. So that within itself, it's a challenge. Not to mention Things may be changing at home for some of you. Maybe your parents have to move to another state to go to work. Maybe your parents no longer working because compagnie tap travail la close. Maybe your parents are working way more because they are a healthcare provider. They have to work more shifts, pick up more shifts because there are greater demand. I don't know your situation, but I am here to tell you that during the COVID-19 year, depression and anxiety, these are the two most common diagnoses amongst children, youth, adolescent, and young adults. So when I said that, I'm not saying that to scare you. I know some of the challenges I just mentioned kind of hit home for you. And for some of you, if I did not mention yours, whatever your challenge or challenges may be, please type it on the underneath the program, type it on the chat, and that way other youth, other children, other adolescents can see that they are not the only one feeling that way. It is good to have that neutral support where we feel like we are not alone. So go ahead and type your challenges down on the chat below so that other children, other youth feels like they are not by themselves. So let's continue to say, what are we gonna do? What are you doing right now? Maybe you're dealing with depression, maybe you're dealing with anxiety. I'm not here to say this is what you are dealing with, but all of us have some type of challenges we are facing. So what are you doing to help you emotionally? What are you doing? How are you helping yourself? Let's talk about coping skills. Coping skills, you probably ask, I mean, what is that? For some of you that don't know what that is, coping skills is a set of things that you do that makes you feel good, that takes you away from the state you are in and put you in a different state. Hopefully it's a positive state, because there are negative coping skills and positive coping skills. But tonight we are talking about positive coping skills. I don't know if you ever have that experience where you may feel sad and a friend call you and you shared how you feel about whatever the situation may be, and all of a sudden you felt like, oh, after you hung up the phone, you feel better. That is a coping skills. You talk to someone, you express yourself, you deliberate yourself, you unpacked whatever was bothering you, you let it out. That is a coping skills. So the question was, what are you doing? Whatever the state you may find yourself in right now, what are you doing to help yourself? And I'm inviting you to use whatever the coping skills that you have. Maybe you like to draw, maybe you like to talk, maybe you like to clean to release your stress. Maybe you like to talk to mom. Maybe you have a friend. I don't know. Maybe you like to read. Whatever that thing is that you do to make you feel better, please use it. These things called coping skills, use it. They will really, really help you. I have children that ask me, who can use coping skills? All of you can use coping skills, because these are the things that you can do. I have kids that wake up, that when they wake up, they don't feel like taking a shower. So I'm telling you, for some of you, when you take a shower, if you feel like when you shower, you feel better in the first thing in the morning, do that. It is a coping skills. It may help elevate your mood. It may make you feel good about yourself. You feel clean. You feel, fresh. You feel renewed. It is good to use what you have. Do not underestimate little things that you can do to make you feel better. Yes. And also having somebody to talk to, like I mentioned with the example of the phone call, it is important to know who you can talk to, someone you can trust. When you call that person will listen to you and not judge you. It's important to know that person and use that person. Lem do pour gagner un monde pour parler, m'pa di to use the the next student or the next friend who's getting in trouble with you. I mean someone who can help you, who can pull you out where you are, who can give you something positive to hold on to. That person you want to add to your list and talk to when you need someone to talk to. I'm going to step back, and then just before we close, I'm trying to keep a close attention to the time. Je voulais faire nous connaître que depression and anxiety, your will. These are will diagnosis, will mental health illness that can kill. Parce que if you're not paying attention to yourself, notice that you've been, I don't want to say been in a bad mood, because depression is more than that, but seeing that how things that you used to do are just no longer interesting to you. You isolating yourself. You not thinking positive about yourself. You're unable to move forward. You're positive about yourself. You're unable to move forward. You feel like you're stuck. If you are dealing with those symptoms, please reach out to someone. Reach out to your mom. Reach out to Sister Martin. Ask Sister Martin for my number. Reach out to your teachers. Reach out to your counselors. Reach out, because if you don't do something about how you are feeling right now, then it's going to be a real issue for you. So let's move forward to the coping skills I was talking to you about. Everybody can use them. We all have things that we can do that can make us feel good. And I'm not talking about negative coping skills. Like, we shouldn't be having this conversation, but I'm not talking about smoking or drinking. These are not for us. We don't do those type of things. I'm talking about positive coping skills, like read your Bible, pray, talk to someone, go for a walk, talk to your mom, ask for help, talk to your counselors, ask to talk to your teacher, things like that you can do. Draw, coloring, dance, sing. Those things are going to help you much better than you ever think. So let me ask you that question again. How are you doing? Now that I shared with you that depression is real, that I shared with you that depression and anxiety are the two most common diagnoses that I give, that we see anyway in the agency where I worked, how are you doing right now? Do you feel down? Do you feel like you can't move forward? Do you feel like you want to give up? Do you feel like you no longer have no interest on anything? How are you feeling? All right. Now I do want you to remember that you are not alone. It is not over, whatever the situation you may be in, and it will get better. So one more thing I do want to talk to you about around coping skills. What are you doing? It's to have a support system. Your family can be one, and church. We've been out of church for what? Over a year, and that's where I'm going to close with that. We've been out of church for over a year now. And I don't know about you, but I'm tired. I want to get back. I want to be back. I miss the church families. I miss the different department. I just miss everything about church. I also know that some of us not looking forward to get back to church because it's comfortable where you are. It's comfortable to stay home. It's comfortable to just, be in bed and do church. But I do want you to know tonight that having a support system, going back to church, will give you that sense of belonging again and the faith family. Going back to church whenever church open, whenever your church is open, it's very, very important. It is a very vital support system dans la vie chrétienne. Parce que, les que nous frotter avec une l'autre, we are talking to one another, we are fellowship with one another, it elevates our mood, it makes us feel good, boost our faith, and give us that sense of fellowship, okay? Give us that sense of belonging, give us that sense of love, of brotherhood, of sisterhood. So to all of you who may be paying close attention tonight, I'm asking you, remember to know how you are doing. Remember to be honest with yourself. Remember to answer these questions by using exactly what describe your emotion. And remember too, you can use whatever the talents you have as coping skills to help you. If you can sing, sing. If you can write, write. If you're a talkative person, outgoing person, reach out. Talk to someone. You need that in your life so that you can push away the depressive mood, push away the negative symptoms, push away the low self-esteem, and elevate your mood. Also, you need a support system. You need someone you can talk to, someone you trust, someone who's not going to judge you. You need a support system. And remember, church is one of the most vital support system that we have. So if you were planning not to come back to church, I'm inviting you to do so because it's important. If you only here just pour capable suivre avec nous programme ça, after that week you will no longer pay attention to what your church are doing, I'm inviting you to do so because it is one of the things that can help you. Lap kenbe fwa ou intact, lap kenbe ou close, lap toujours bo yon sens belonging, et puis wap senti que frère avec sœur are okay, ou wap senti que ou gen moun ka prier pour ou, gen moun ki reme ou gen moun ki care pour ou, en Jésus-Christ, it is good. So I feel like I'm going over my time. If you do have questions, this is the time you can ask those questions. But I do want you to remember, you are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone in whatever the circumstances you may be going through right now. God can help you, and you have people who can help you. Thank you.
Tu veux naître de nouveau, tu veux tout recommencer, balayer ta vie passée.
Thank you so much for this presentation, and I want to encourage all the youth to follow her counsel. Find someone you can talk to, relate, tell them how you are feeling. Don't say, I'm fine, and then you're dying inside. Those are important counsel for all our young people. And so we thank Sir Camille. We pray for her ministry, her work, and give her strength and courage. And now, nous allons ouvrir the test for the seminar. Remember, the test for the seminar is about to be open. You're going to have 5 minutes to answer those questions, and then we're going to see who our winner is today. And I want to encourage all the youth, get on the website too. Get on the website, answer those questions. This seminar was for you. This seminar was for you to learn, to find some advices. So I'm asking you, please, go to the website, open the test. I'm about to open it right now. It is 7:51. We're going to open it at 7:51, and at 7:56, we are going to close the test. So I encourage you. Well, actually, now it's 7:52, so operator, open the test right now, 7:52, and then you have 5 minutes to answer those 5 questions. 5 minutes to answer those 5 questions. Sir Carmine works with those young people. She is a professional. She could help you. Even if you need anything, we could get in contact with her. She is available for counsel to help you, or you could come to her office. So, but right now the test is open. Test na ouvri konya. Nous gagnons une réponse déjà. 17h52 at 7. Comme les 5 ouvri. So at 7:57, we have 5 minutes. 7:57, we're going to close the test. So far, we have one response. Very good. One response. Nous gagnons une réponse déjà. Pas oublier, you have 5 minutes pour répondre question yo. Lire question yo bien, et puis pour capable répondre question yo. Okay? So far, we have 3 responses. 3 responses. 4 réponses. 4 réponses. Il semble que peut-être test nanti genre easy, ou sinon élèves yo bien étudié. Nous avons 6 réponses. Nous avons fermé at 7:57. It's now 7:53. Il 7h53. À 7h57, nous avons fermé. Nous avons 6 réponses so far. Nous avons 6 réponses. Sir Camille is a friend. She is a friend. Nous avons 10 réponses. 10 réponses. 10 réponses. À 7h57, nous avons fermé les 7h53. Nous avons 10 réponses. 12 réponses. Nous connaissons que nous avons 16 personnes qui ont pointé. So, nous avons 12 réponses so far. So, il se peut que l'autre monde qui a répondu tout. Nous avons 12 réponses. Et m'a encouragé toutes jeunes, s'il vous plaît, all my youth people. I don't want to name names, but there are some churches that I know my youth. So I'm encouraging you, get online, get on the program, get together with your youth leader, your pastor, try to see how we could renew ourselves back into the church, get some support, get some help. We have 16 responses right now. 16 responses. It's 7:54. We have 3 more minutes. It may be that nous pas besoin de toute minute pour nous répondre. Nous avons 17 réponses. 17 réponses. It seems like the test is very good tonight. Sir Camille te parlé clair. Je souhaitais que toute réponse t'es clair pour nous. C'est ça que fait nous répondre. Nous avons 17 réponses. 17 réponses. Tout le monde a répondu. Les 7:55. We're going to close it at 7:57. 7:57. Yes. 17 response. Yeah. We have a nice comment for Dr. Luc Pierre. He's a pastor in the District of Miami. He says, thanks to Sir Ovensi for the presentation. Thank you for participating with us, Dr. Pierre. It was a great one. We need more of such advice for both young and adults. God bless you for sharing. Happy Sabbath. Thank you, Dr. Pierre, for your comment. I'm sure she appreciates the encouragement. I know working with troubled youth or people with anxiety and depression, all that can be tough. We have 22 responses. The 7:56, 22 responses. 24 réponses. Oh my. I swear again, the Wheel of Fortune will fill. 25 responses. We have about 30 seconds. We get 7:56. 25 réponses pour sujet the youth. I'm hoping all those new people are the youth answering questions, and I pray that it's them answering questions that participating in the program tonight. Because tonight, boys and girls, young men, young ladies, our youth, our young people in the church, this is a program for you. We encourage you. We are asking you to please come and join us and follow with us. 28 responses, and it's now 57. I'm going to ask the operator to close the test. Close the test. It's 28 responses, and we're going to see the result of the test and see who the winner is tonight. It looks like we're going to have a lot of people tonight. for the test. So 7:57, the test is closed. 28 responses. And then we got 29 responses. So we're going to put up and see what happened. Okay. We have Remy, who has 2 out of 5. Okay. We continue. Let's see who else we have. 2 out of 5 questions right. Our next one is Lubian. She has 4 out of 5. We have Louise that has 4 out of 5. The names are pretty small, so I'm trying to read them for you. We're going to try to put them a little bigger for us so we could read it. If you look at the screen, it's, yeah, that's a little better, yes. 3 out of 5 for this, which one? You got to move it down a little bit. Cario, is that the name? 3 out of 5. Next one, Darlene Lawos, 4 out of 5. Four out of 5, Darlene. That's the 6th. Next one. Seems like the computer is frozen. Next one. I'm still stuck on Darlene Larose that has 4 out of 5. Junia Seyus has 5 out of 5. Junia Seyus, yes. Who else we have? Next. Next one, please. I'm trying to look at the screen. Wasmin Celestin, 5 out of 5. Next one, please. We have 29 people to go through. So let's move a little so we could get them. Rosemin Celestin has 5 out of 5. Richemont, 4 out of 5. I've got a computer moi on the screen. Next one, please. Jacques Rivière has 4 out of 5. I'm sure it's my friend JR.